Hello, hello, everyone. It's time for Good Week Israel, where we'll give you ILTV's latest positive highlights. Get ready to smile because coming up, we'll take a look at how artists from all over the world are helping heal communities through the power of art. One neighborhood in Tel Aviv was actually ranked among the top 15 in the world, and you're going to be so shocked at the souvenir that tourists are getting from Jerusalem. So yada, let's get started. We all know some of the hot destinations around the world, like London, Paris, and Tokyo, but we don't always hear about the neighborhoods within those cities and what makes them special. Well, ILTV's Shanna Fold is here to tell us about one little section of Tel Aviv that's making major news.
This is the Yemenite Vineyard. It's one of the trendiest sections of Tel Aviv, and it's just been ranked the 15th coolest neighborhood in the world by Time Out magazine. And best of all, I get to live here. Kerem HaTemanim is most known for Shuk HaCarmel, Tel Aviv's premier outdoor market, where you can find anything from the best grapes and figs to a new outfit. And if you ask longtime Tel Avivians, they'll tell you it has the most authentic restaurants.
There is a good restaurant, a lot of good restaurants, but you have to go to the Mafia Temanit.
The hummus is awesome.
But this neighborhood wasn't always a top destination. The area was once one of the poorest in the country. Established in 1904 by Yemenite Jewish immigrants, this area predates Tel Aviv.
It's like childhood neighborhood when I used to live. I love the vibe.
Today, though, there's construction around every bend, and real estate prices are rising through the roof. But despite the busyness, once Shabbat sets in, it feels like you're no longer in the middle of the city.
On Shabbat, there is no car around, so it's amazing. You sleep quiet.
Today, there are 50 tiny houses of worship in the 10-block radius. Locals tell us Yemenite families were so big, each had enough men to make their own Saturday morning service. And so, they built out their houses into private synagogues.
Back in the days, it was like a Yemenite Jewish neighborhood, very, close society.
Out of all the people that we spoke with here in the Kerem, there's one thing that everybody loved the most: the beach.
I wake up today at 6 o'clock, so I went to the beach, say good morning to the sun.
Nestled between the Shuk and the sea, Kerem HaTemanim is an oasis in the middle of Israel's busiest metropolis. So, it's no surprise this hidden gem has caught the attention of travelers from around the globe.
Art is most often used as a communication device that bridges people and ideas, but it can also serve as a therapy that heals communities. That's why the Artists for Israel organization is bringing together the world's most talented individuals, and I got the chance to check it out. Take a look.
From Canada. I'm from Colombia. I'm from Miami.
The international program Artists for Israel helps bring the world's greatest artists to begin helping communities and people affected by conflict through the power of art. Oh yeah.
הבנות הגיעו מרחוק בכדי לעשות עבודה יפה, התנדבותית. המטרחת 20 מנדי והקולומביאני. לא מפריעות, נכון מנדי? תזנתיה.
Abu Snan is a diverse village with an Arab population of 3 different religions: Islam, Druze, and Christian.
אווירה יפה, אווירה של אהבה, סבלנות וסובלנות.
Being here, everyone's so nice and so giving.
It's wonderful to be here and learn more about the different cultures and the different ways of life.
Yeah, that's ice and that's a cold water, okay?
A lot of different cultures, religions. It's so beautiful. I think I like it really.
Anyone you can ask from the neighbors here around.
Wow, perfect.
Yeah. Everybody ready for you guys.
Not that bad.
אני לקחתי קפה בתוך כוס ואני מתקרב אליה בזהירות לאט לאט, ומהצד, ואני בא ומפתיע אותה, והיא נבהלה. מהבוקר היא משקיעה בתוך העין של האיילה. נראה טוב, נראה יפה.
All right, I don't want to mess it up too much. The artists are here to paint murals that are meant to empower the young women of this amazing village.
It's not remote and far away in a leaf. It's not locked away in a gallery. It's right in front of you.
I definitely think that a lot of people is doing right now a lot of beautiful jobs. You don't need to go inside a gallery just to see it.
You know, being female, I wanted to give back to the young females here.
We've had a couple interactions with some young girls, so I'm really hoping that maybe some girl here will see herself in this. We'll see that she can do this too.
A chain, a magnet, a shirt. These are the kinds of souvenirs that most people get when they travel. But in Jerusalem, hundreds of thousands of tourists have been getting something totally different, a tattoo, at the oldest tattoo parlor in the world. How crazy.
This is the oldest tattoo parlor in the world. It's only around 700 years old.
My name is Wasim Razouk. I am the 27th generation of the Razouk tattooing family. My family has been doing tattoos for 700 years.
Do you do these tattoos to yourself or your father did them?
This my father did this one, but those I did myself. My great ancestors decided to come from Egypt to the Holy Land 500 years ago.
For 500 years, the Razouk family has been tattooing thousands upon thousands of people with this very block.
The Razouks are Coptic Christians. They began their business tattooing fellow Christians in Egypt with small crosses inside their wrists so that they could identify themselves in the Muslim-majority country.
It serves as a pass to enter churches because Christians are being attacked. You have to prove your Christianity. What better and easier than just a small tattoo?
When the Razouks finally immigrated to the Holy Land, they discovered yet another way to continue their work.
There was a tradition that had already existed. Pilgrims who got a tattoo on themselves to prove their pilgrimage.
Today, it's not just Christian tourists that flood the Razouk tattoo parlor. Visitors from every background come here to connect to their history.
Those stamps have touched so many people. It's carrying the energy of the faith of those people.
It's like a souvenir of Jerusalem for me. I've never been to Israel before, so really special. I'm so happy right now.
Most of my clients are really first time tattoos for them. And when they read the story and when they see the designs, it just makes sense. How come in China? How did you see this? How did you see the
In Instagram.
on Instagram? You follow us on Instagram?
Yes.
You like it? Yeah. Excellent. If you go to the Dead Sea, don't swim with this, okay? Put your arm up. And if you see other people with the arm up, do you know that they've been here before?
I'm so excited for it. Now I'm thinking that maybe I want to do a tattoo. We shall see.
So, who will be the next generation of the Razouk tattoo artists?
My 15-year-old son tattooed his first ever tattoo on me. He tattooed his grandfather as well. He loves tattooing and he wants to continue it. And he says that he wants to pass it on to his children as well. Here we go, we guarantee another 2 generations.
The Shimon Peres Center for Peace and Innovation, located in the city of Jaffa, is one of its kind and an absolute must-see. It's the #1 place to learn and check out some of Israel's most advanced technology.
We're here right now at the Peres Center of Peace and Innovation. It's a leading nonprofit and non-government organization focused on developing and implementing unique and cutting-edge programs. The center was founded back in 1996 by the late president of Israel, Shimon Peres, and develops impactful and meaningful programs with a focus on promoting a more prosperous Israel, highlighting Israeli innovation, and so much more. So, let's go check it out. So we're in Shimon Peres's old office, right?
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about what he started here, the center, the nonprofit organization.
Sure. So in 1996, President Shimon Peres founded the Peres Center for Peace. We are a nonprofit peace-building organization that focuses on bringing people together through things like education, through sport, culture and the arts, medicine and healthcare, business and entrepreneurship, environment, innovation. So tons of different topics.
Definitely.
Yeah. And the organization was founded in 1996. So, if you think back to the context of what was going on, there was a lot of tension between people. And so President Peres kind of took a look around and said, there need to be civil societies, grassroots organizations on the ground motivating people. And so he created this organization to be that voice, to be that civil society. So we have our programs that are focused more on children and youth, so education. One of our flagship programs is our Twin Peace Sports Schools program that uses soccer to bring kids together. He noticed that a lot of groups and delegations that were coming to visit him were saying, we see the old Israel, we go to Yad Vashem, we see the wall, but where's the startup nation? Where is that vibrant, amazing Israel of today? And so he wanted to create a place to showcase Israeli innovation over the years.
What I think is actually so interesting is that we're standing in his actual office with all of the artifacts that he has, with all of the medals that he has, and the fact that he has his Nobel Prize standing right there, his Medal of Freedom from Obama over there. It's just absolutely amazing. This thing is heavy, let me tell you, and I can't believe we're touching it. Like, Obama gave this to him.
Yeah.
I remember that moment. Yeah. I really, really do. I would love to go look around the center and kind of check everything out.
For sure.
Let's go.
So this is the lobby. When people first come in, there will be a video rolling that gives a little taste for what they'll be seeing throughout the visitor center.
So this is the second room that we are walking into, right? And this is crazy. Are you guys just kind of having a conversation with different innovative people? You know what? USB. I used you a lot, sir. You're the person that invented the USB. So you guys saw me before in the real Shimon Peres' office, and this is the replica because not everybody gets a sneak peek inside there.
So these are the 100 milestones throughout Israeli history, and you use these circles to scroll onto a specific thing. This is from the personal collection of Dov Moran, who invented the USB flash drive. This is ICQ. We all have nostalgia for ICQ.
This is so old school. It's such a throwback. The computer screen, the keyboard. I love this place. You get to learn so much about Israel, about Israeli high tech, about Israeli culture. It just makes me even more proud to be Israeli. I can't even explain it.
Yeah. And here we showcase 45 current Israeli startups. They competed to be showcased on this floor. We had about 300 applications. This is a startup called Hargol, which has figured out how to reduce the incubation period of grasshoppers from 40 weeks to 2 weeks. They are a great source of protein. They are kosher and halal.
She's serious.
And I'm very serious.
No, she's serious.
And if you would like to taste a grasshopper, feel free. I'll eat one if you eat one.
Promise?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let's do a wing.
They're extremely dead. Okay?
Okay, fine. Let's do it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I'm not even gonna tell you and pretend this tastes good.
It's salty. It's a little salty.
There's a wing somewhere in my mouth.
There is a wing in your mouth. Yes. It sticks to your mouth a bit.
I just did that. You're welcome, Abba. Can you cry for a third time in a show? I don't think that's possible.
For me, this really embodies Israeli innovation. It is an initiative of the Israeli education system where they brought together 1,000 Israeli students and said, go to the moon. literally figure out how to get to the moon. This is the Israeli moon lander. Israel is now the 5th country to have landed on the moon.
Wow,
and here you go.
Amazing. And this is what happens when you literally just put an idea out there.
This is a chip that they actually implant in the back of your eye for those who have degenerative diseases in their eye. And then it actually allows the glasses that you wear to show what your eye is seeing. So it helps people who are going blind see.
So this is definitely life-changing.
So the visitor center was envisioned and initiated by him, but of course he didn't get to see it, finalized. He's very much here with us. His values, his goals, his beliefs that we translate into concrete action. We very much still feel everything that he kind of imparted to us. There is a sense of, missing him. Right. He was here in this office, every day.
We definitely feel him being in this office right now.
Yeah.
During the Sukkot holiday, Jews around the world celebrate by eating big meals under the sukkah or a temporary dwelling. But some Israelis, like the lone soldiers who defend the country, are far from family and friends. So Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu invited 3 lone soldiers to join him in his sukkah instead.
יש פה שני חיילים וחיילת שעלו לארץ לשרת בצבא מאוסטרליה, מאוקראינה ומאיטליה. ממש שבטי ישראל. אמרתי להם שארבעת המינים זה הסמל לאחדות ישראל, לאחדות העם, והאחדות שאנחנו כל כך זקוקים לה במדינה.
And in addition to discussing the holiday, sitting around the table of the Sukkah with Netanyahu at his Jerusalem residence, Sergeant Eddie Laufer, Corporal Alexandra Vodiskov, and Sergeant Alexander Sachs also took time to share their personal stories and experiences with the IDF. Then likewise, Netanyahu told the soldiers about his own military service before calling the soldiers' parents on the phone.
Shalom. Yeah? Shana tova to you first. You have a wonderful son here with 2 fellow soldiers. And you're good parents, I can see. That's the brother? And who's there laughing in the Chavera shelo?
But of course, while only 3 soldiers actually met with Netanyahu at this event, the Israeli leader still offers his warm Sukkot holiday wishes for all.
ובהזדמנות הזאת אני רוצה לאחל שוב שנה טובה לכל אזרחי ישראל, לכל החיילים והחיילות שמשרתים ומגינים על המדינה שלנו כל הזמן, לא רק בחגים. אז שנה טובה לכם, חג שמח, חג סוכות שמח.
שנה טובה. חג שמח.
If the world runs out of water, we're in big trouble. And the fact is that could happen a lot sooner than you can even imagine. Luckily, an Israeli company has a solution, and it's so unbelievable, it actually sounds like science fiction.
Fresh drinking water. Without it, the world is doomed. And the scary fact is, there just isn't enough of it.
Up to 2 billion people around the world lack access to clean drinking water. But this Israeli machine could change that. It literally makes clean water out of thin air. Bottoms up. Now this is the scary part. In 2025, it's estimated that 2/3 of the world won't have access to clean drinking water. That's just 6 years from now. 6 years!
The Israeli company WaterGen says they have the solution. Their technology captures humidity in order to make drinking water out of air. Then it cleans and adds the minerals necessary to make the water safe to drink.
This machine can serve around 2,500 people. This machine is making around 900 liters of pure drinking water. We have here the pipe that is going down to the offices and providing to the offices the drinking water. We install the dispensers in the offices, in the meeting rooms, and you can drink it in the building.
The tech is becoming an absolute necessity in parts of the world where access to water is limited, and the facilities available can pose a danger.
Countries like India, they have very bad piping. They have places they don't have piping at all. So if the pipes are bad and you have problem and heavy metals in the pipes, so you have the problem with the water that you are drinking.
Contaminated water isn't the only issue. just finding and collecting water in places like sub-Saharan Africa requires time and therefore money. UNICEF estimates that women in the region spent 16 million hours collecting water each day in 2017 alone. Luckily, WaterGen has developed a battery-operated solution that can make drinking water from air in regions without electricity. The machines have been used to provide water in emergency situations around the world.
The issue is that in 20, 30 years, it's going to be another 2 billion people on the planet, and there is no new sources of the water to drink, and we have unlimited water in the air.
That's why WaterGen may be the world's newest source and possibly the only source of water in the future. Today, only 3% of the world's water is fresh, and 2/3 of that is unavailable for use.
The water is the next oil. Next wars are not going to be on oil, it's going to be on water. In one of our visits in India, they told that they are fighting inside the country, between states, because of the shortage of the clean drinking water.
The WaterGen machine is even good for the environment. It doesn't require the use of plastic bottles because it can flow directly through a faucet, and since it creates water on the spot, no gas and money needs to be spent on transporting it.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can get one of these in my own home.
Turns out, I can. WaterGen has just launched a smaller device that can be used to make water from air in your very own home. The at-home appliance, dubbed the Jenny, can produce 25 to 30 liters of water per day.
This is now the taste testing part of our journey here.
Produce the water from the air. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Is it tasty? The best water in the world.
That's all for today's Good Week Israel. Hope we've helped you start your week with a smile. See you next time.